Hi, everyone, and welcome to our breakout session, Product Innovations for Global Success. I am Claudio Pozzi, and I'm joined here by Sachiv Mehta. We are senior managers of product management at Amazon.
And we're really excited to be here with you. Today, we'll be presenting 3 products that will simplify your global selling experience. First, marketplace product guidance. Second, global listing. And third, global fulfillment by Amazon. We'll leave plenty of time for Q&A at the end, so be sure to enter your questions into the chat box. Claudio?
All right. The first product we are going to cover is Marketplace Product Guidance. It is a product that helps you build the right catalog for each international store. The second one is Global Listing. It is a solution that helps you list your products once and have them available in all your other stores. And the third one is Global Fulfillment by Amazon, which gives you access to our global supply chain to fulfill orders to customers in international stores. Before we dive into each of these 3 products, let's talk about the opportunity. Today, 20% of the global e-commerce is cross-border, and it is growing at more than double the rate of domestic e-commerce. However, we only see a small portion of US sellers selling in more than one Amazon store, potentially losing a big opportunity to expand their business. And that is why we're working very hard to make your international expansion as frictionless as possible. All right, it's time to introduce the first product. Marketplace Product Guidance leverages our best science, machine learning models, and Amazon's data to help you build a catalog that is in line with the preferences of the international customers. When we ask sellers where they need support for expanding internationally, the top 3 answers are: I need help in understanding which products to sell in which store. I don't know whether my products meet the compliance requirements of the other stores. And I struggle to assess whether I will be profitable selling in other stores. Well, our current version of Marketplace Product Guidance addresses the first 2 needs. And we will add more data points in future releases to help you assess the ROI of selling internationally. Our product is a bundle of 3 different solutions. The first one is called cross-listing. This solution helps you identify which products in your current US catalog are suited and have potential for international customers. The second one is about expanding your product catalog with products that you're currently not selling. And the third one is about finding browse node niches. This is a guided self-service tool to explore Amazon's catalog and find new opportunities. These opportunities can be in your current categories or adjacent ones. For cross-listing and add new products, the products we are recommending have already been vetted for local compliance requirements. So how can you get access to this product? Well, there are several ingress points. For cross-listing, you can access the product from sellercentral.com, from the homepage, by clicking on the card Global Product Demand. And very soon, from the top navigation menu, under the tab Growth. This is a new menu item that we have recently added to Seller Central. For getting recommendations on new products and browse node niches, you can access the solution from your accounts in UK, Germany, and Japan. Similarly to cross-listing, you can access the experience by clicking on the homepage card called Add New Products, or from the same top navigation menu called Growth. Let's now talk about the core experience, starting from cross-listing. The first thing to do is select a store. You can simply follow our store ranking, which is based on the highest sales potential, or select one of the stores you are interested in. Presently, we have recommendations for UK, Germany, and Japan, but we will be adding more stores soon. After you have selected the store, you are presented with a list of ASINs from your current US catalog that are good candidates for cross-listing. These ASINs are split in 2 categories: ASINs that no one else is selling in that store, and ASINs that are already offered in the store but have room and potential to accommodate more offers. These ASINs are ranked according to a score called the opportunity score. This is a composite metric created by our machine learning models and takes into account hundreds of demand, competition, and store attributes, as well as your specific attributes as a seller. And this is why this list is personalized. It is specifically built for you. Beyond the opportunity score, you will also find other relevant KPIs and metrics to help you assess the ASINs. The list can be searched, filtered, sorted, and you can provide feedback on whether you believe they are good or bad recommendations. Your feedback will help us retrain the models and capture your specific preferences or constraints. And you will get more accurate recommendations next time you visit the page. You can download the recommendations, and if you want to list these products, you only need to add the fulfillment channel, quantities, and prices in the file, and then upload it using the bulk listing tool in the international store. Moving on to adding new products to your international catalogs. You will be presented with a similar experience, a list of recommended ASINs and KPIs. The recommendations are once again ranked by opportunity score, but you can also search and filter and sort the list on any of the metrics presented in the page. You can download the recommendations in case you need to further research these opportunities, and you can provide feedback to us in bulk or by ASIN. While the experience looks very similar to cross-listing, these recommendations are different because they're not part of your current US catalog. They will be new additions to your current offering. The third solution of marketplace product guidance is about searching the best browse node niches for your business. This is a guided research tool where each store, category, product type, and browse node dimension is ranked by an opportunity score. Regardless of the score and the standard ranking that you find on the page, you can select any combination of these dimensions based on your preferences and strategic goals. Once you have selected your browse node niche, you can view demand and competition metrics for this niche. The demand metrics are the units sold and the page view trends, the search to purchase ratio, and the return ratio. For competition metrics, you will see the star rating, the number of sellers with active offers, and the number of offers per ASIN. If you find this browse node interesting, you can further refine the search by node features. These features are ranked by their popularity, and they will change based on the niche. In this case, for the browse node dining chairs, you have features like material, color, pattern, and style. You can save the search and download it for offline use, or you can start a new one and then download them in bulk. To recap, at the end of your search, you will have identified a browse node within a store, category, and product type. You will have also identified the most popular node features. And lastly, you will have collected demand and competition metrics. This dataset should give you a good basis for exploring successful ideas for new products. Sellers have already shown great interest in this product. 200,000 sellers have already visited the experience since its first release in April. And those who have followed our recommendations and created offers in UK, Germany, and Japan have seen 70% of them converting to a sale when using FBA, our global fulfillment network. These offers have also generated higher sales than the average offer created by sellers in international stores. And lastly, our recommended ASINs already account, on average, for about 10% of the overall international business of these sellers. We interview sellers on a regular basis, and today I'd like to share 2 quotes from sellers who have used this product. So let's take a few seconds to read this first one. This quote is from a seller active in the health and household category. And he used the cross-listing solution. He followed our recommendations to offer some of the products he was selling here in US to UK and Germany. And he was pleased to see that all these ASINs made a sale. The second seller operates in multiple categories, like home and kitchen and toys. Let's again take a few seconds to read the quote. This seller has used the Add New Products recommendations. He added ASINs in his existing categories in the UK and Germany. These newly added ASINs had a good response, and 73% of them already converted to a sale. Moving forward, we will expand this product to 3 more stores, France, Italy, and Spain, by next year. And as we add more metrics to help you assess the recommendations, the most important one we will release very soon is the number of units per ASIN that you might expect to sell in each international store. We are excited about how this product will help you optimize your catalog for international customers. I'm now handing over the stage to Sachiv, who will introduce our new global listing solution.
Thanks, Claudio. Now that Claudio has shown you what selection you should prioritize to sell globally, I'm going to show you how you can list those products globally in one fell swoop. Historically, when you've had to list in our stores, you had to list your products once per country, or with our regional listing tools, once per region. This also required you to switch into your various Seller Central country accounts. But now, with the new set of global tools we are launching, we will enable you to list once and sell everywhere you see on your screen in all Amazon stores worldwide, enabling you to grow your business worldwide with approximately the same amount of effort it takes you to list in one country. Now, we're building this because we heard your feedback loud and clear. You all want to grow your businesses internationally without having to replicate each listing action over and over again. So I'm going to walk you through the new experiences you'll have access to so that you can list once and sell globally. Let's get to it. So the first thing you should know is that this is not a new product. It's an extension of the listing tools you're already used to using every day. So the globalized experiences are embedded in your native listing workflows. I'll show you the experience both in the one-by-one and in bulk templates. Let's start with the one-by-one, where you would ingress into your one-by-one listing workflow as usual. You would enter your product information and image just as you would for a single marketplace listing. You would enter your offer information for your primary country. This means the country for the Seller Central account you're currently logged into. Again, so far, nothing is different than your single country listing experience. But here is where we enable you to list worldwide. After you enter your product information and the offer information for your primary country, you now have the option to create an offer in all other countries where you have a registered account. You can enter quantities and country-specific prices so you can ensure you're competitive with local country dynamics. Once you enter your country-specific offer information, you would save and submit your listing. And as normal, your listing will become present in your Manage Your Inventory page, but now in a globalized view. Now, we know you'll always have reasons to edit your listings later. So how do you edit a global listing? The same way you would a single country listing. You can click into it and edit directly from MYI. Your edit experience now will have a multi-country view. You can edit quantities at the region level and prices at the country level. If you initially chose not to list in a specific country or registered in other countries after you created your listing, you'll now have the option to expand your listing into those countries here. You may also be asking, what about country-specific restrictions, such as a compliance requirement that only applies to one country? Well, those still apply. But from MYI, you can see the country-specific issues that made your listing non-buyable and fix those issues as well. You'll also be able to do that from the globalized Fix Your Products page that we are launching. So I showed you the one-by-one experience and how to edit a global listing. Fortunately, you can also do this in your bulk templates. Just as in the one-by-one, you would go to your standard bulk listing workflow, the Add Products via Upload page, where you would pick the product types you wish to list and sell. But before you download your template, you'll be able to pick the countries you wish to sell in, so you can add your country-level offer information. Download the template per usual, and now you have a global template to manage your global listings. Just as in the one-by-one, you only need to enter your product data once, and you set your region-level quantities and country-level prices. You upload your template like normal. You monitor the status like normal. And your processing report will have all the global details of each listing. We are incredibly excited about how much easier this will make your global listing experience. And we can't wait for you to adopt these new tools as they're made available to you through the rest of this year and into early next year. Now that we've shown you how to list globally, let me hand it back to Claudio to walk you through how you'll fulfill globally.
Thank you, Sachin. The next important step on your international journey is how to fulfill globally. And fulfillment by Amazon is a very simple and effective way for fulfilling international customers by leveraging our global supply chain. You might choose to enroll your entire catalog to FBA or just a subset of it. But we have built this product, FBA Opportunities, to help you decide which ASINs in your catalog are best suited for FBA. This solution hinges around three key building blocks. We use machine learning models and, most importantly, Amazon's data to identify the best recommendations for you. I'm sure you know how important it is having good data to train the models. We also validate the eligibility of our recommendations, so you don't waste time and effort on products you cannot inbound in our fulfillment centers. And lastly, we're doing our best to shorten the enrollment workflow. We have already decreased the number of steps it takes to enroll an ASIN in FBA, and we are going to reduce that even further in the future. As for Marketplace product guidance, you can access this solution from the home page, clicking on one of the FBA cards. We have about 4 cards for FBA. Or you can also access it from the inventory page, where you find a link at the top of the page named FBA Opportunities. I bet you know this page very well, since it is among the most visited pages in Seller Central. Let's now talk about the solution. First of all, you will find banners at the top of the page giving you information on FBA, such as available promotions or restock restrictions. Then you have a list of MFN ASINs which we recommend enrolling in FBA to maximize their sales impact. As mentioned, we use machine learning models to analyze your catalog and identify the top ASINs that will benefit the most from FBA. We're also providing the rationale for why we're recommending these specific ASINs, together with key metrics like sales and number of offers to help you assess the opportunity. And you can get even more metrics if you decide to download the recommendation in a file. To simplify your journey and save few steps, you can enroll these ASINs to FBA directly from this page, instead of doing it from the inventory page, as you're used to. Lastly, you can search, sort, and filter this list, and you can provide feedback by ASIN or in bulk. We are very interested and highly encourage you to provide feedback to us. If you do so, we can provide an even more customized and personalized experience. Since its launch in May, 15,000 sellers have already enrolled ASINs using this solution, of which more than half were first-time FBA adopters. They never used FBA before. The ASINs enrolled in the program, which are about 150,000 and counting, have seen a high sales conversion rate in the range of 70%. This is a very remarkable achievement. But let's hear what sellers using this experience had to say about it. First one is a seller of beauty products, like lotions and creams. Let's take a few seconds to read the quote. This seller discovered our product after receiving a marketing email from us. We regularly send marketing emails to all eligible sellers, and I hope this talk will have more of you opening our emails. The feature that really helped this seller was having the metrics readily available on the page. That way, he was able to assess the recommendation right away and act promptly. The second quote is from a seller offering audio products. Again, let's take a few seconds to read the quote. What this seller shared with us was that he felt he was making better decisions on how to fulfill products by using the data provided in the page. We take great pride in helping sellers be more successful. Moving forward, we have some exciting features being released in the next few months. So we are going to add an estimate on the expected units sold uplift from enrolling MFN ASINs to FBA. We will add to the experience the Small and Light program, which offers favorable conditions for ASINs with a low price point. And lastly, we will be releasing a dashboard to give you immediate feedback on how these ASINs are performing, together with some additional suggestions on how to further improve performance. Well, I have no more to say than use these products and grow your international business successfully. Thank you.